Hello, everybody. Today I'm back with some more Dr. Mario World, and I just jumped right into the first level. Later on, I do try to get another character, but it doesn't go so well. I even considered, since this video is so short, doing 10 levels in this one, but I'll stick to my regular format, and I just don't know what the thumbnail for today is going to be. But anyways, as you can see here in this first level, it's kind of like a maze almost. You're just trying to get rid of the coins as they show up, and then following the line of viruses in between. And I kind of screw up a lot. This is my first try on it, so I didn't know what was going to happen. But there are a lot of different ways to go, and you really just need to keep following where the coins show up. So right now I need to get rid of this blue one on the side, and which I tried to do there, but I kind of screwed that up as well. But once you get rid of that blue one, then I'm pretty sure it switches over to a different spot, which I didn't realize at first. Yeah, so now you want to start going over to the right. And I thought you were supposed to get rid of that red one, but clearly that's saved for the very end. So now you want to start working on the other side, just clearing out the coins as well. Because as soon as you clear the coins, I guess they don't. I thought when you clear the coins that they showed up out of their cages, but they just show up normally. So you really just keep following the line. And I don't know, this level's pretty self-explanatory, I think. I didn't have these were all my first try except for the last one, and I'll talk about my annoyance with that level when we get to it. But the rest of them I thought were just kind of fun, easy levels. I'm curious to see how this world's going to end, because the first area had one of the hardest levels in the game in a long time, or hardest of 3-star, I suppose. And I'm curious to see the special stage, because the last special stage was also pretty hard, and since this world has been hard in general, I'm curious to see how hard it's going to be. I'm going to start recording it right after I start uploading this one. Currently, I only have the first episode out, if that kind of helps you get a timeline for when the newer videos are going to be coming. And who knows when I'll be beating the levels. I haven't started any of them yet. So we'll just have to wait and see. And I might also take a break for a little bit because I have some of my own stuff to do. But the video should be coming out normally, except for I don't know if the last one will be coming up as quickly as these have been. Like, if it doesn't come up in the first few hours after this one goes up, then I might be having a hard time. I don't really know. But yeah, as you can see, I completed that maze there. You only have to get rid of the viruses and the coins, so don't worry about any of the crates or anything. And now we move on. Like I said, I did try to unlock another character. Hopefully, or I guess I was hoping I could get Nabbit, which is the only character I won't have after I complete the special stage, which is really frustrating for me because I'm trying to do the updated animations video, and I'm trying to get all the characters, and I'm so close. And if I just had gotten Nabbit, it would have been perfect. I could have had that video up right after I completed all the levels this time around, and I would have been really happy about that, but I wasn't able to get Nabbit, so we're just going to move on. And this stage, again, is self-explanatory, but the main thing is, while in some levels the flasks aren't a big deal and you can just place down single capsules whenever you need to, they're a really big deal in this one. As little as you possibly can place down single viruses. You always want to be clearing them. Of course, that's not always the case, especially like if you just get a single one and there's nothing around that can help you, you have to place it. But the main thing here is that the viruses don't matter. You need to get rid of the coins, and that's it. So my suggestion would be to get rid of the bottom first, because the viruses that show up from the flask are in bubbles, and they'll go straight down to the bottom. But they can also stack up on ones towards the top, so it's still important to get rid of the top ones. And like the one that I have a blue capsule on up there, I'm never gonna clear because it's not next to a coin. My only worry is about the coin, so I'm not going to do anything about it. And I try to get rid of as many coins as I can here, but of course, I'm gonna have to place something here. And here's where the onslaught comes out, and I just like, when I saw that, I was like, oh no. I was being careful before, but I wasn't really like trying all that hard. Now I realize just how much I need to save my capsules. So yeah, the main thing is getting rid of everything without letting the flask go off too many times, because they're just gonna get in the way. But right now I only have this corner here that I have to take care of, so all the other ones that spawn that are on the other side, I don't care. They aren't necessary to take care of. And right now I'm gonna realize that there's not really anything I can do here. I cleared out some more, which maybe I should have waited. But yeah, I have just these last 3 viruses. Of course, then they spawn all of this. Now the yellow ones are nice because that's never gonna cause anything bad to happen, because if you put a single yellow on there, the flasks aren't gonna charge. So that wasn't a big deal, but the red spawning there was pretty annoying. Although I didn't have reds before, so when you get a double red or anything, it is helpful. But now if you only have 1 left, it doesn't matter if you place 2 viruses because they're all floating in bubbles, and there's no way for it to spawn quick enough for that coin to not go away. So once you have 1 left, you're fine. Just do it as quickly as you can. And yeah, I thought that one was okay. Moving on, of course, we have the electric boxes return. Everybody hates the electric boxes, right? Like, I can't be the only one that absolutely hates the electric boxes. Like, some of them are fine, like even the bubbler I don't really care about. The fans I kind of hate, the ones that make everything ice. But like, some of them are unique, like the time stage even had you using the bubbles to your advantage. But this one, of course, does not have that. Now, of course, the game gives me 2 double reds, something I don't need, so I just put them off to the side. But I also didn't want to get rid of those electric boxes there because I think they're important, and as you see later, they kind of are. So what you want to do while you have these electric boxes here is start taking care of the blocks on the side, because as soon as, if you go all the way to the bottom first, you're gonna have to build a stack of capsules back up just to get to those final the final blocks. So you're gonna want to take care of them right now. So you can see me here taking care of this side, and then I start working on the other side too. But make sure you're still taking care of the electric boxes in the middle when you can. Just keep the ones like that line at the bottom there so that you can continue building off of it and getting towards those blocks. And once you get, or I have that one side all taken care of. Now I can clear up this other side. And I do screw up a little bit here because I end up, my strategy there was to take care of the yellows while also not getting rid of any of the electric boxes. But here, eventually, I end up taking care of them on accident, I think. But I'm still trying to just work on this side. And I did have to, yeah, right there. I do have to build off of it a little bit. But I had it cleared enough so that it wasn't a big deal. But if that happens to you, it might be a bigger deal than it was to me. But once you take care of all of those, it's a lot easier to focus on the rest of the level. I don't know if it always stacks that red and the blues like that, but it's really useful to get that cleared out all in one. And then I try to take care of that top electric box because the bottom one will be cleared with the crates when I get to them. So now it's just the matter of lining everything up, getting the rest of these taken care of. Wendy would be great for this. I'm sure Bowser would have worked pretty good too. I'm not sure who else I would recommend to bring in, really. I've been saying this a lot, but Wendy, or I guess it seems like they tailor towards the blocks a lot more, which leads me to say, oh, you should bring in Wendy for this one. And also, I guess, doesn't Lakitu have that skill too? So I guess if your Lakitu is leveled up, you can bring in Lakitu as well. But it seems like they do a lot of levels with those blocks. So it's always helpful to bring in Wendy in those cases. But Wario works out just fine for all of these. This next one here was, I think, probably the easiest level out of all of the levels today, because it lines everything up for you, especially at the beginning. Towards the end, it takes a little bit more strategy, but in a second here, you see me just going crazy, like just throwing viruses down as quickly as I can, because I mean, there's not really a reason why I did it so quickly. It's just because there's not really a strategy to it. It's just everything is lined up, okay, so you get the color that you need and put it next to it. And that's kind of the reason why this video is so short, because this level took no time at all. Now you see with those blues there, I do kind of get stuck up a little bit because I want to get underneath it so I can just place a single blue in between there. Because if I try to get each of them individually, that is a lot of capsules. So you're going to want to build up in between there. Now, I shouldn't have put two reds next to each other, because now I can't use the rainbow capsule in there. Although I do end up doing it, I think. Or actually, I think I accidentally clear out the reds there, which was not my intention. Yeah, right there. I didn't mean to do that, but it was fine. I just brought in another few. And you also make sure to get rid of the crates on the sides, because they are necessary to complete the level. Now, it doesn't really matter when you take care of them, because the ones that you don't hit in your immediate run, you'll just go back towards anyways. So if you have any colors that you don't need, you can use them towards those extra crates. Otherwise, don't really worry about them. Don't go out of your way to clear them, at least. You can wait until the very end to get rid of them. But now it's just a matter of clearing out this other side. And it comes down to the same thing as before, where I did clear out some of them with the yellow just because I had so many yellows. But I'm not going to want to clear all of it by doing that. I want to get rid of the middle. Now I did screw that up as well, but I had plenty left to deal with the rest of it. I could have got a few more points if I lined up those capsules remaining, but I had enough. I don't know if I was cutting it close or not, but I think it was probably like 45,000, maybe 46. So I think I was okay. But this last one here is really frustrating to me, and I really kind of hate when they make levels like this. I hate the electric boxes, and not as much just because they don't show up as much, but the plus certain number capsules really annoy me, mostly because it seems like they never give you the colors you want. Now what I do here is clear up the top here, because it seems like those two viruses are always the same color, and you can get them right away. Another strategy you can do is when you're about to get to one of those colors and you don't know what it is, you can just pull out a bunch of capsules first before you get to it. So that way you don't have to pull them out and then lose on potential capsules. I don't know if that makes sense if I explain that well. But I mean, like, if it's still in the block, you haven't broken the block that it's in yet. If you take a bunch out of like different colors before you break the block, if you take a bunch out and then you can see what the color is, you'll already have the colors out, and you'll get +5 right away, because you'll most likely have the color that you need. That's not always the case, but sometimes it is helpful to do it that way. Although I didn't do it much in the video, I would suggest trying it if you're having a hard time. Otherwise, just try and do it normally like it wants you to. But the hard part in that is that it hardly ever gives you the colors you need. I'm sure it's not on purpose. It's just the way the game is made, that it's never giving you the colors you need in the time that you need them. And I noticed that a lot with the color capsule levels, but specifically this one was the worst at it in my opinion. But yeah, the main goal of this is just getting rid of the keys. And if you have any other capsules, you can always go back to the top if you missed any blocks, because you still need to take care of those as you go. And another strategy you can do is, if you don't want to get rid of all the capsules in there, you can use some of your extra capsules on the top, like I'm doing with those blue ones. because you're probably going to have to hit them a couple of times anyways. So you might as well start hitting them now with the extra ones you don't need while you're waiting to get into the middle as well. Because those 3 surrounding the yellow one there are just extra capsules. So you can just skip that. Now I did beat this once before. Or I beat it a few times before, but I always didn't have enough capsules remaining. Like I got 40,000 points for the capsules once, and it just barely wasn't enough. So when I saw 60,000, I knew I got it. But I think the cutoff is probably like 70,000 or something. So just make sure you have a good amount of capsules remaining. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I'll be attempting the final levels very soon. So I'll see you then, hopefully. Goodbye. Thank you guys for watching this one as well. I'll see you very soon.